to Myers ASMR. It is so nice to see you. Are you relaxed? Shake that mess off. Shake that stress off. They did not mean it. It wasn't personal. Hey, write it out the way you want it to be. Write it as if your pen has power. It does. Write it out the way you want it to be. Write it as if your pen has power. It does. Well, this dish is the way I want it to be. It is the Greek style chicken from Trader Joe's. So let's see. Orzo pasta with spinach that was my only prepared dish. So, but I still have my tea. This is the chai tea from Trader Joe's, which is quite flavorful and strong, the way I like my teas. You would think Trader Joe was sponsoring me, but they're not. Nobody is. I just talk about the things that I do, that's all. I talk about what I'm using. It's just that simple. This one, I didn't add any milk or any sweetener. It's just the plain black chai tea, and it's absolutely delicious. Well, it's that time where we get better and better every day in every way. I love this nifty, handy, smart book. It's called People Smart. And we're on the Influencing Others chapter, Influencing Others, and he's talking about overcoming your own barriers to lasting change. And he's giving examples of how to influence people. This is an example. I don't know how to read other people well. I don't know how to read other people well. And then he gives his answer. It's possible that you are somewhat self-absorbed and haven't focused enough on the other person. This is when it is important to take time to observe a person you find difficult to understand. I get overly anxious about getting someone to agree with me right away. It's good that you recognize the fact that pressuring someone to agree with you is a sign of insecurity. Make a conscious decision to end a discussion with someone as soon as you sense that the other person is not convinced. Ask the other person to think about your message, even if he or she doesn't accept it. If your advice has merit, people often agree with it later on and to themselves. With some people, this is a way to save face. I hate to be pushy. You don't need to be. Think of your advice as something of value to the other person. It's a kind of gift. It's someone else's choice whether to accept the gift. I often don't have enough time to prepare what I'm going to say. Unfortunately, there are no shortcuts here. If you want to be influential, you must be well prepared. Consider that every time you have developed an effective argument for an issue, you can use it over and over again. Also recall that examples are usually more effective than statistics and may take less time to prepare. Others often shoot down my logic. Sharp-minded individuals can be difficult to win over because they are adept at exposing gaps in your arguments. Don't try to argue with them on the spot. Think about their comments and come back later with better logic. Also keep in mind that people are emotional as well as rational. Some people are just plain stubborn. It's likely that they believe that what you're advising them will lead to a problem. Spend some time listening and asking questions to assess their concerns. results by getting angry at someone than by being nice. You can get results from intimidation. However, the person may silently resist your influence. If you truly want another person to be convinced, there's no substitute for positive reinforcement. People will do more things for those who build them up than for those who tear them down. I'm going to say that again. People will do more things for those who build them up than for those who tear them down. Remind yourself that influence takes perseverance. Keep practicing and honing your skills without dwelling on short-term setbacks. Gradually, you will find that the techniques of influencing others become more automatic and familiar. You will be well on the way to becoming a persuasive person, and that will come in handy when resolving conflicts. Well, isn't that fantastic advice? I know I can use it. Hey, if you spend any time around people, I would say you could